Hello, Ray Lee with Speedboat Magazine here on the streets of Lake Havasu City at Desert Storm Street Party with the Boats and Bros podcast with my bro Myrick Coil, all the way from Lotto, and Nick Petersen of Mercury Racing, Propeller Professional. How you doing, Nick?
I'm good, brother. It's great to be here. Obviously, very blessed to be here in sunny Lake Havasu.
Yeah,
A lot better weather right now than Wisconsin.
What's happening in Wisconsin?
Rainy, mid-40s at best.
Springtime, everything's pollen and budding out. That's the way the lake is too.
Yeah. So, what's it been like for you over there? You're across the street from us.
Yep, yeah, we got a little tent set up here, showcasing the 400R, and a couple other goodies over there. It's been great. A lot of traffic on the street, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of people having a good time checking out some beautiful boats.
Yeah, so let's talk about new projects. What do they call it? Altitude?
Yep.
Altitude propeller.
Yes.
I haven't got to run one yet, but maybe.
But you've
soon.
known about it for a couple years.
I've known about it. Yeah. They had a set first production down at Lake X one time. It was still like a really heavy cut at the time, but I think you're playing it safe, which you guys always do on propellers.
Always do.
Yeah.
Try and make them last.
Yeah, try to make them last, but
Yeah, I mean, they perform basically how they're designed to. It's a CNC cleaver with through-up exhaust. So
Yeah.
they plane a lot better than CNC cleavers if you need it. Pretty wide pitch range, will offer between 26 and 35 pitch. We'll broach the spines for either 1.25 inch or 1.5 inch prop shaft on the 500R. Kind of just a nice little addition to the portfolio of CNC cleavers.
yeah, what I've noticed with the through hub, it's just better boat control, to be honest. And I haven't tested your stuff, but predominantly they're a little bit slower on the top, but it's more mass around the hub, and but you're able to control the boat better. So what I've been trying to do to a lot of our customers is selling, say, new boats, 2 propellers. Say, go fast propeller, 35 pitch, and then go to a 31. And they're all like, whoa, 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 why do you mean so low? And I'm like, well, because you actually notice the difference. If you put a 35 or a 34 on there, it's hard to tell the difference between the two. So that's why I'm trying to get more customers to go with such a broad difference in propeller range and pitch.
Yep. 2 sets of props for every boat's a good business model for us. We like that.
Yeah, or 3.
Okay.
Or race boats where there's like 20.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's been times where I call Nick and I like, so I got this guy that wants to order 15 propellers. You know, can you help me out?
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, let me start pushing some numbers around. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of all the propellers and stuff, you yourself are a racer and you're dominating your field.
Yeah, we
Tell
have
us about
a little drag race club called the UMPBA up in Wisconsin. It actually started as a Minnesota-based club, but we drag race 800 feet. It's really simple rule sets. It's just speed brackets for bracket classes. There's 65, 75, all the way up to 105, and that's how fast you're allowed to go with them at 800 foot course. So beyond that, it's run what you run. We get inboards, jet boats, OMCs, obviously a lot of Mercuries, and
Right.
have a good time.
But then you were saying, your season's about to start, and you won the championship last year.
Yep.
And you guys run special propellers that aren't Mercury.
They're not Mercury.
We won't say the
Can't
brand,
say the brand.
Yeah.
but
If you're a drag race, you know what brand they are.
yeah. But it was funny. I remember like being on the 450 release, or we were somewhere. We were on a bus, and nobody else in the bus had known, and I had known that you had told me, and so I'm like, yeah, Nick, tell him what brand of propeller you run. And they're all like looking at him. He goes, yeah, and they're like, what, really? But certain applications call for certain.
Yep. We kind of make it just tried and true 3-blade, really thin prop with a pressed in 1 inch
Small shaft.
rubber hub, small shaft, and you just don't see that. I mean, as soon as you step up to flow torque with a hub kit, that's instantly like another 2.5 pounds in the prop.
Yeah, so everybody loves you for making this 1.5 inch prop shaft on the 500 because it's so much. I fucking hate it because everything that I used to have that was good, 300, 400 cut, now is not able to be used, whether it's rebroached. And then when I call and order a propeller from you, you're like, what's it for? I'm like, a $500, but can you make it a 300? You're like, nope.
Gotta put on my Mercury hat sometimes.
Yeah.
Our first sponsor of the podcast, Adam Serafine, and he has put together a development in Osage Beach, Missouri called Harpers Cove. Myrick, tell us about that.
Yeah, so we actually went over and checked it out the other day. Lots of waterfront lots, a pool house, big, large dock, community dock that, we'll be able to have a lot of boats down there. And I feel that it's going to be a lot of power boaters that fill this place up, because the people that I've here that are building houses there are all power boaters. So to me, it kind of gives it that guy that wants to have a because there are a lot of lots that are second tier also, but it's that guy that wants to have the lack of maintenance, like a condo kind of feel. Come in, just enjoy your time there, go boating, and leave. And that's what I feel that this property is really doing. I know that there's Rusty's building a house there, which, him being, a really good salesman and a really good taker care of his customers.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be, and I think there already is. I just don't know off the top of my head names of customers that are building houses in there that are power boaters that are gonna, basically fill those docks up with badass boats, and then, being really close to Osage Beach on Case Road, and then being really close to, where the Shootout's going to be, being really close to Performance Boat Center. And that's pretty much the beauty of the logistics of that place. And if you were to go there by water, you go back in the cove past Kellysport, which is a no-wake cove. So those people that want to leave their boat in a slip and not worried about it getting rocked all over the place, even if you don't have a lift, that'll be able to happen. So that's what I mean. I live in a small little cove, nothing like the size they're talking about, but the fact that it's no wake is huge on Lake of the Ozarks, because your friends can come over and tie up their boats to your dock and not worrying about a 55 Sea Ray going by and putting it on top of the dock if it isn't positioned correctly. And I know there's a lot of docks that way around the lake, but you definitely don't run into that issue here at Harpers Cove. And and I really appreciate getting some sponsorship from Harpers Cove.
Yep. Thanks, Adam. Well, that's just happening. Like, so what are some of the strange requests that you get as the propeller guru of Mercury? I mean, you must hear some crazy stuff.
Oh, all the time. I mean, I deal with guys in tiller, engine, John boats.
Yeah.
All the way up, obviously, to the big stuff. I mean, big stuff can get a little weird sometimes, too.
Yeah.
People trying all kinds of dry bites and giant diameter props and big six-bladers. But we still make props all the way down to little 3 blades designed for boarders. It's really big spectrum.
So what is your willingness to help somebody out with a request like that?
I would say nowadays, especially if things have calmed down a little bit since COVID, I'm very apt to help anybody out. And we still do a lot of custom orders.
Yeah.
Probably now more than any other period the last 10 years. A lot of custom work orders, a lot of custom cut down diameters, big blade area, small blade area, custom cups.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, Myrick, I mean, especially with you at Performance as well as all your race teams, you guys must communicate all the time.
Yeah. He gave me his text or his actual cell phone number one time, and that's pretty much the downfall of me just going, hey, bro, can you help me out? I need it tomorrow. I don't know about that, but he'll try. He always tries. And then, for example, I mean, there's a lot of risk, inherent risk. So Scott Farr, 42V, 5 450s on it the other day, and I think I know what I want, but then calling Nick, I'm like, hey, this is a $30,000 purchase for this boat to put 5 cleavers on this boat. Sure it's going to be all right? We'll stand behind them. It's going to be right. And they were. So, yeah, it's pretty wild to think we're putting $30,000 in propeller.
Yeah.
But in the big picture, $1.4 million boat and $30,000 in propellers, which are the best mile per hour, best performance addition that you can do to a stock application of, rather than just pulling the interior out and throwing it out,
Yeah.
It is saving weight, that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, getting to work with somebody like Myrick on a weekly basis, where we're bouncing ideas off each other. It's a constant flow of communication and ideas.
Yeah.
Rather than just starting from a blank page and trying to hit a home run.
Yeah, we literally had a Black Thunder with 860s last week, and I was like, what's the smallest pitch you make? On number 6s, he's 25, and I'm like, okay, I'll take a set of those.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But I mean, you can probably speak to this better than anybody. It's just, I mean, even a hair of a modification makes all the world of difference.
And that really comes down to the expertise of our guys in the prop shop.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have been doing it for 20, 25 years. And when somebody asks, don't mean to point at Myrick, but when somebody asks for a prop in insane lead time, really tight turnaround, they get it done.
Yeah.
They don't even hesitate. So,
well, that being said, I mean, you're pretty young. How did you gain so much knowledge in such a short time? You too, Myrick. I mean, both of you guys have so much knowledge.
Yeah, he's way younger than me.
Well, I know, but
just all the guys around me.
Yeah.
Working at Mercury, man, I'm never the smartest guy in the room. And that's how it should be, in my opinion.
right.
Constantly learning every day. I got to learn under Scott Reichow for 2.5 years, just being a sponge.
Yeah.
Wasn't much pressure on me to do much else other than learn. So
Yeah.
that was amazing. But we've got hydrodynamic engineers and obviously the best prop grinders in the world. So
Yeah. We were just talking about who's the guy that's always featured in the
Andy.
Andy. Yeah.
Yep.
You know the guy with
always
the
says
gray hair with
he
the
needs to come to these
ponytail.
shows. Andy always says he needs to come to these
He'd be a
shows because he's always
superstar.
the poster boy for our props.
Yeah, no question.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you always see him on the polishing machine. I don't think I've ever met him.
yeah.
Got a couple Andys up there then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Longer Andy's the guy that always does the customer.
He's definitely a rock star. Anybody that's been following Mercury Racing for any amount of time.
Thing is, his hair is brown at the beginning of the day. And with all that stainless steel flying in the air, it's silver by the end.
Yeah. Well, we know you got to get back to your booth, but thanks for joining us, Nick. Nick Petersen, Mercury Racing Propeller Guru. We're here at the Desert Storm Street Party, and the crowd is filling in. It's been busy all day. If you're still here, come on down. Otherwise, stay tuned. We're going to have some more guests on with us throughout the day.
This podcast is powered by Speedboat Magazine. Subscribe now at speedboat.com for 9 power-packed current issues a year direct to your mailbox.